That Pete, you mentioned how being a pro and how, as a fan, we sit back and some guys, $30 million a year. How can you not get up for a Wednesday night game against the Washington Wizards? Place you know very, very well. Now, we understand the Wizards are an organization that is, not buttoned up. We'll be nicer. Not a buttoned-up organization. But you mentioned how sometimes it may be tough for a player to maybe get up for a Tuesday night game. Take me through it.
Well, I wouldn't know, Bonte, because I never won a championship. So my thing is if you've been to the top of the mountain,
right,
climbing back up there and getting motivated for a game that's not, say, the NBA Finals is hard. But nobody wants to hear that. Hey, this guy makes this. He should be able to. It's a thing called professional pride.
Right.
But sometimes you just get a little comfortable. So, sometimes you get comfortable where, you walk in the locker room, you've been doing it for so long, right. You're trying to find a place to go to get up for that game. Sometimes the 3 shots of espresso doesn't work, and you're just trying to figure out how do I mentally get myself fired up for this game. And then, if things aren't going your way and there's kind of a pall over the season, and I'm talking about before Coach Decky died.
Right.
I'm talking about here we go again mentality, another tough loss, and you can kind of see it happening again, and here we go again. And it's starting to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Turning that momentum around and doing a 180 and what they're doing right now and all they've been through, sometimes you don't find moral victories at the highest level, but sometimes you admire athletes for being able to get through what these guys have gotten through.
Right.
So now that we're excited about a team, they could have folded up shop. They could have said, this just isn't our year. We've lost all these big leads. Mm-hmm. We've lost all these 1-point games. We've lost all these close ones. I said 1-point games. And you could just go the other way. And the fact that they've fought and scrapped and clawed and found a way to give that effort on a daily basis and get up for that game, that so-called game against the Wizards, and give us as fans an effort. I think when you talk about fans, what do you want from your team? We're really spoiled in this region that we have so many championships and so many parades. But if I'm a paying fan going to a game, I just want to see my team give it everything they have on a nightly basis. That guy's selling out. That guy's diving for a loose ball. That guy's taking a charge. That guy's playing with his hair on fire. That's what I want to see. I want to see you gave me my money's worth. Win or lose, you gave me my money's worth. And when I leave, I'm like, damn, they sure played hard tonight.
Right.
That team wants it.
I wonder if Travis Irby and Sabo on YouTube feel like that. Because Sabo immediately, oh my God, dude, it's basketball. And Travis, I don't care about how you can get up for a game. People get up for work they don't feel like doing every day for way less money. I get all that, but we all have choices. We all have choices in life, right? Well, actually, some we don't. I get it. But think about it. You're playing a basketball game. You're a 10-year pro. And it's a random Wednesday night in Oklahoma City. And I don't care how much you're getting paid. The human element does come into play.
It does.
Man, I've won 3 rings already. I'm playing OKC. They've won 20 games. Now, this year, obviously, OKC is a lot better than they have been in years prior. But I get why a guy, you know what, man, maybe it's a stats game for me. Or maybe this game does nothing for me. Maybe I've already clinched an all-star berth. Maybe I've already clinched an all-NBA berth. Or maybe I can't play for those NBA berths or those all-individual teams or, accolades that I can get after the season. Okay, I'm not going to dog it, but maybe that 50-50 ball, I may not get to it. That would probably tick me off, but I understand why a guy who's deep into that's why it's special. That's why I say we got to embrace Stephen Curry. These guys don't come around too often. Think about Steph Curry. If he averages over 5 threes made per game, he'll break his record for most threes in the season. We watched him Saturday night against Sabrina. He still plays like he's that 10-year-old kid in the driveway. Guys like that don't come around very often. That's why we should definitely embrace Steph Curry, what he's doing right now over the last 10 games. He's averaging 31, 5, and 5. And we flippantly just say, that's just Steph. That doesn't happen. You play with Barry. That's what it was like, right? It's like, man, this guy's going to do something today that I didn't think was possible. That's what Steph Curry does every single night.
Yeah, there's 2 things you can control, attitude and effort on a daily basis. There's so many things in sports or in life that you can't control, but you can control your attitude and effort every single day. And when you watch these guys play, Yeah, you have a professional pride to get up. And you know what the best teams do, Bonte? They police themselves.
Right.
It's not Steve Kerr coming into the locker room and going like, you guys need to play harder. It's Steph Curry. It's Draymond going like, dude, that's unacceptable.
Right.
We've set a standard here that's this, and you guys are doing this, and you're bitching about this, and you're moaning about that, and you didn't dive for that ball. The best team I was on was the 2001 A's, and we policed ourselves. Art Howe had nothing to do with anything in the clubhouse. We policed ourselves. If we got on guys that weren't going well, and it was the veterans, the young guys, and that's how you build a atmosphere that's conducive to success. Yeah. When you hold each other accountable, when you can have that tough conversation with Barry Zito because he was out till 4 in the morning the night before he started and he gave up 5 runs in the 3rd inning. Like you got to have those tough conversations.
Right.
And I don't know if the landscape has changed so much in our world and in sports that you can have those anymore. I don't know. I feel like a guy like Draymond could pull somebody aside and be like, dude, come on.
Yeah, got to pick it up.
Police yourself. And then the professional pride takes over. It doesn't matter to me, and I know it matters a lot to fans, that you're making $30 million. You have to get up for every game. You have to go out and dive for loose balls every single night because you're making $30 million. Like, I understand the responsibility that comes with making that much money, but like then there's the human element of it. Like that's a human being. And
some fans will never get that.
Some days you come in at 6 in the morning, I bet, and you're like, how am I going to do it?
Oh today? Today.
But you're a pro. You're a pro. You work the post game. You sleep 4 hours. You come in and do the morning show. You have an obligation. You feel like to be in a great mood every day, so that people in their cars driving to work can be entertained.
Exactly.
And that's the same thing that goes along with it.
God forbid I wake up, it's like, gosh, I want to see Lubman in an hour. Nothing like starting your day with Sam Lubman. Oh, my girl. Oh, Sam Lubman. Waking up. Gosh, I got to go see Sam Lubman. Or when that phone rings at about 6:30 p.m. at night, gosh, Sam Lubman to talk about the show tomorrow. We got a show tomorrow. But
it's
you got
the high point of your day. Be real.
Yeah. It's up
You
there.
love talking to me.
It's up there.
You love listening to me talk.
It's up there.
But you march on.
We march on. It's be a pro. We'll be a pro. You know why? We have to march on to get those Gucci's, FP. To wear those Gucci's. To wear those Dior's.
Yeah,
FP, come on, FP. You were. I wish you played in today's era when they're doing all the videos of players walking into the stadium with the outfits. And stuff like that.
Do you know how much money I spent on suits for television when I first started? Because I'm my own corporation.
It's okay to be bougie.
And I would spend way too much money. Then you get a little sponsorship, and they start. And then I got like a photo shoot in a magazine for being best dressed.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, I'll bring it tomorrow.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I was
pocket squares too.
Yeah,
pocket squares.
It was like Ovechkin and then me, and like we're just like we're doing like these things like See,
this is awesome. Yeah. This is the stuff I'm talking about right here.
I got so many tailored suits.
Just walking into the stadium
with my name on the lapel inside, stitched in.
I got my suits tailored for the. I got my suits tailored before the season.
There's a zipper on one of my suits that says FP's Fly.
Oh my gosh. Oh my.
Humble brags right now.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
I don't want to know the location of that zipper.
Dude, I need a job just to support my my clothes habit. My clothes habit.
See, that's the thing. When I walk into Chase Center, sometimes I got the suit. I'm like, oh, I know I feel good.
Yeah.
I play good. The show's gonna be good. Yeah. I always, that's the one thing I get jealous about. Not the money.
Dude, Festus has stepped up his suit game lately.
Festus has been on point.
Lately.
On point.
I mean, he's always been good, but he's stepped it up a next level.
He's on another notch.
Yeah, the pocket squares.
Yeah, the pocket square. I can't do all that.
The tie. He had like
the tie clip.
He had a baby blue outfit on the other night.
Clip.
He had a Carolina blue outfit on the other night. Like, that's dope.
Are you a tennis shoes with a suit type of guy?
No, I don't understand that yet, and that's something I got to get to.
I rocked the Jordans with the suit last week.
It's a good look.
It's a good look,
but I don't know if it's me yet.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I like the nice shoes, the nice Italian shoes with the suit.
I am looking for some. I am looking for some more suits. I'm not gonna lie, man.
To your point, though. Like we the last like 3 years in DC, we went to like golf shirts on air. And I just didn't feel big, dude. Like when you come on and you got the makeup on, you got the tie, and you got the knot just right, and you got the pocket square.
See, I'm not
and you're just feeling sexy about yourself on air.
There is something about
there was a swagger that I lost when I started wearing golf shirts on TV. From a comfort level and a packing for a road trip, that was great. You just fold up like 5 golf shirts instead of like doing the whole suit bag and the garment bag.
Nah, see, when you get to bring out the pea coat and the suits, man, I'm not gonna lie, you're not lying. When I put on that suit and that button up and I throw that tie on, I just feel different.
You feel big.
I feel different.
Like when heart surgeons scrub up and they put in
Right.
and they walk through the door to do hard. They better walk through that door standing as tall. I want them driving a Porsche.
See,
I want them to come through the door.
See, you're my type of guy.
Like, you got to get big, dude. When you step in that batter's box, you got to get big. When you see the camera, that red light goes on. You got to get big. You got to get big.
See,
dude.
I like this.
See how I'm doing it right here.
To you, man. See, I like talking because you get it. You get it. You're cut from the same cloth as me.
Yeah.
You got to wear the right fits. When you don't wear that right fit, it's like taking a shower in the morning. I don't feel right if I don't take that shower in the morning. It throws me off.
I didn't shower.
It throws me off. You didn't?
No.
Well, that's not good.
I can't get up at 5 o'clock.
Come on, you can't take a quick shower in 5 minutes, wake your game up,
I took
man.
one last night.
Oh, you must feel crappy.
And then I'm going to work
now.
out after this, and then I'll take a shower.
You must feel crappy.
Nah, I feel all right.
Feel all right?
Yeah, you're my shower, Bonte.
Oh, gosh. I don't know how that sounds. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to take a call. Let's go to Sean in Oakland. Save the show, please. Sean in Oakland, good morning, man. You're on the roast. What's happening, Sean? Where you at? There we go.
Fellas. Thanks for taking my call.
Anytime, Sean.
Okay, cool. Hey, so, overall what I want to see is winning basketball. Now, there's some sub-chapters and some plots underneath that. Individually, I would say consistency. You never know what you get for this Dubs team from night to night.
Yep.
These guys got to come out and bring the same level of effort and energy every night.
Mm-hmm.
2, I'd say attention to detail. We've always had turnovers years after years, but the margin of error is a whole lot less. So with this veteran squad, folks have to make sure that they're buttoned up each and every night. And that comes with the veterans and that comes with the coaching staff. And then lastly, no more all these blown leads. I mean, they lead the league in 15 points or more with blown leads. And so to me, that's a subplot of coaching. That's a subplot of not being buttoned up. And so, if you got to team up by 15 in the fourth quarter, you got it. You got to close that game out. And my bonus point, you talked about Steve Kerr earlier in the year. To me, he's had a subpar coaching year. I mean, anytime that you blow this many leads, you make decisions where, Moody's on a heater, you take him out, you lose that game. The 2 blown games at OKC, those were just travesties. You're up by 4, and then Draymond fouls with a 3-pointer with 2 seconds left. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And then lastly, I'll just say, when I called into this show about 3 months ago, the question was about what's untouchable, who's untouchable, and I said Steph and JK, and you guys said, JK's not untouchable. Hey, unless you get a top 5 pick player back, I think you'd agree now, JK's a real deal. You got to hold on to him. And for Steve Kerr to need a blown a suspension to figure that out, that's on him. So that's all I got, fellas.
All right, good call, Sean. A lot there to unpack there. All right, call Steve Kerr's job so far. I don't think it's Steve Kerr's best job. We disagree on that one, FP, because I do believe you got to have a feel for your team. It goes back to last year. You're playing Anthony Lamb and Ty Jerome. I want to see what Jonathan Kuminga has. He's my 7th overall pick, a lottery pick, who could be the bridge to the future. He could be here once Steph Curry rides off into the sunset, or Draymond Green or Klay Thompson, and you didn't get to see him last season. So that got taken away from him. Kind of like Casey Schmidt, Yankee Stadium, to start the season last year. You took that moment away from him, then he doesn't come up right away. JK, I thought, should have been playing in that Lakers series. Okay, he's making mistakes, and I get you want to win the series, but you got to let this kid play through the mistakes. That's how he learns. That's how he gets better, possession by possession, minute by minute. Now he's playing. And the fact that he wasn't playing and it was out of the rotation at one point this year, that's a knock on Steve Kerr. That's a knock on him. Now, he's figured it out, and he started him, and he hasn't looked back. Andrew Wiggins, I thought he dealt with him. Go ahead.
What if I argue that Jonathan Kuminga has figured it out, and that's why he's playing?
I do believe.
What if I put that on the player?
I put it. He has figured it out. You know why? Patience. He's not settling for threes. He's not just jacking up threes.
But that
he's making the right basketball play.
Bonte, it's a chicken or egg thing.
Chicken or egg.
So that's why he's playing more.
But
he wasn't doing that early in the season. But then you could say, well, he wasn't given the opportunity.
I don't think he was given the opportunity.
But you earn your opportunity,
you do,
dude.
But
nothing is given to you, and you can't develop and win at the same time. So when you have a franchise and an organization that's worth $7.7 billion, has won 4 rings, it's hard to let a kid play through mistakes, dude.
I hear it.
We're trying to win a championship.
No, I hear it. This team got off to a rough start, though. And last year, they definitely were the championship team. And then you look at this year, I just thought JK played the first part of the season. I thought he played looking over his shoulder. Like, boy, if I make a mistake, Steve Kerr's going to pull me. Boy, if I make this pass, the wrong pass, he's going to pull me. And you can't play like that. Some of that's on the player, no doubt about that.
Pajemski didn't play like that.
He didn't play like that
over
early.
His shoulder. He's like, I'm good enough.
Right,
I got this.
I'm good enough. But then he was also out of the rotation for a minute. Now, he didn't sulk because it was his first year here. JK's been here for now 3 years, and he's thinking, boy, when am I going to get my shot? I watched Moses Moody get an opportunity. I watched James Wiseman get an opportunity. I'm watching Podziemski and TJD get opportunities. I'm in year number 3. When can I get my shine? When can I get my spot? And finally, I thought JK just stopped playing and thinking. He stopped thinking. I'm just going to play my game. I'm going to let it slow down. I'm going to be patient. But also, I think Steve Kerr's giving him that leniency to play and make mistakes, saying, I'm not going to pull you, JK. You're going to get your 30 minutes. Let's see what you do with those 30. I just thought at times Steve Kerr didn't allow him to make mistakes.
No, and I understand what you're saying, but wouldn't you rather that from here on out that you have the formula that you feel comfortable in and confident in?
No doubt.
With this rotation, and
no doubt. But it always felt like JK should have been part of the rotation.
I'd rather them have it figured out now going down the stretch and keep playing like they are.
No doubt.
Than doing it now and still trying to be tinkering.
Oh, no, now that we figured it out, and it took a Draymond Green suspension. Let's not forget it took a suspension for JK to even start playing and start starting. And also, Steve Kerr, I think, on this team, and what you lack, athleticism, guys playing above the rim. Think about the free throw discrepancy. They're going to play the Lakers tonight. And the last time they played the Lakers were plus 27 on the free throw line in terms of made free throws. What does JK bring you? He brings you a guy who can get to the free throw line, who can at least slow the game down. Hey, I need a bucket. One of the big buckets in the game against Phoenix, midway through the third quarter, Phoenix is going on a run. They're looking to go ahead and blow past the Warriors. They're up 4. They're starting to streak. And JK just says, give me the ball. I'm going out to the rack. I'm getting this a bucket. I'm getting to the free throw line. They didn't have that. And so you get that element with JK, and it was like, it's right there for you, Steve. He gives you an element that you don't have because guys are in their mid-30s. They're getting a little older. They're less athletic. Even Chris Paul, as well as he played this year, he's still one of the slowest players in this league. JK gives you an opportunity, a player where you can get up and down the floor. Now you can run it. Now you can go above the rim. JK in the open court, FP, come on. He can't be stopped in the open court.
No, I agree, and I've loved to watch his development over the last month and a half is like most people over 2 or 3 years, and it's happened quick. Why has it happened quick? You could make the argument that he's getting a chance to play, but I feel like there's things that have happened behind the scenes where they've had talks and discussions.
No doubt.
And like here, like you do you, like let's go.
They've had to have talks with him, no doubt. Behind the scenes say, hey, JK, if you do this, you're going to play more, and this is your game. And I think that was more so the three-point line. JK, you don't need to shoot about 5 threes a game. One of the most impressive stats I've seen, FP, over the last 12 games is JK and Andrew Wiggins are combining to shoot just 6 threes a game. That's 6 threes between the both of them. What does that mean? They're both attacking the glass. They're both getting downhill. They're both getting easier buckets. And they're allowed the Splash Brothers and Podziemski to shoot the threes, but they're using that spacing that Steph, Clay, and Podziemski have provided. And they're going down lane and they're attacking downhill. I think that's been a big adjustment for those 2 players there.
Yeah, aggressive, fearless approach.
Yep.
But Bonte, like if we were sitting here with Steve Kerr off the record and he was one of our best friends and we're having a beer, I think, and this is just pure speculation and experience of how things go behind the scenes, I think he would say something like, "Yeah, you're right. Like early in the season, I'm searching. Like I don't know, I'm trying to find the right combination of this Rubik's cube to put a winning." Formula out there late in the games, early in the games. I'm trying to figure the rotations. I was searching. But on the other hand, Jonathan Kuminga finally gave me the excuse to play him more and let him go. And early in the season, I wasn't seeing things in practice. I wasn't seeing his attitude on the airplane, on the bus, in the locker room.
No doubt.
I don't know. This is just speculating. We're role playing.
Obviously, when the report comes out, FP, the attitude's not there, right?
Yeah. So now, all of a sudden, he's giving me reason to play him. He's left all the variables out of it. Like where I want to play him now, I have to play him now. Podziemski, same way. Like he's still feeling his way. He's a 20-year-old kid, first go around the NBA. Now all of a sudden he's giving me excuses and he's letting me let him go out there and just do his thing. Where early in the season, maybe I couldn't. So when I didn't have the confidence in these guys that I have now, I'm sitting here trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And maybe I overthunk it a little bit. Maybe I was a little bit in my own head. And maybe I could have done better. Like any coach that's as good as Steve Kerr is accountable.
Right.
Maybe not publicly all the time, because if you keep wearing it publicly, fans will go, yeah, he doesn't even have confidence in himself.
How much do you think him not having a contract has had to do with his decision?
I don't think he gives a rat's ass about it.
You don't think it's affected whatever?
He could ride off in the sunset tomorrow, and if the Warriors don't sign him back, he'll be the first guy on everybody's list in the NBA.
No doubt.
If I'm Steve Kerr, I couldn't care less.
So coaches, they don't think about that lame duck years, whatever, because I remember Dusty.
Well, when you have the status that Steve Kerr has, no.
Yeah. If
you're just another coach. Dude, have you watched The Dynasty on Apple TV?
I watched the first couple episodes.
Dude, Bill Belichick was nobody when he had confidence in Tom Brady.
Yep.
He had been fired from Cleveland.
Yep.
Nobody even knew who he was really in New England
Jets job went awry.
Bledsoe was like the best friend of the owner, Kraft.
Yep.
And he had the wherewithal and the guts, for lack of a better word on air, to see something in Tom Brady that maybe nobody else did.
Yep.
So the behind the scenes stuff
does matter.
Like where Patriot fans are going, Bledsoe's our guy. Like he's $100 million quarterback. But behind the scenes, Brady is like commanding the huddle. He's got confidence. He's got swagger. He told Robert Kraft, he said, when they met each other, he's like, this is the best decision you've ever made by drafting me in the 6th round. Like, so he had that confidence and that swagger to give Belichick, who just forgotten more about football than we'll ever know, the confidence to say he's my guy. Even when he threw the interceptions against the Rams and they lost to the Rams, he's still my guy.
Still my guy.
He's my starting quarterback.
Yep.
So there's things that go on behind the scenes that we don't know about that I wish we knew about.
Right.
There's reasons why everyone was pissed that Kuminga wasn't playing. There's reasons why Moody's playing well and he's not in the game.
Right.
Like I don't know those.
Right.
And I'm not going to pretend to know them. I've just never been a guy in my life that's ever blamed a coach. I feel like it's the players and those they're accountable. And I understand you're mad about the coin toss in overtime. I know you're mad about this. You're mad about this decision here. You're mad about the rotation late in the game.
Right.
But I feel like
so you're anti-coach blaming.
Well, I don't
like bashing coaches
either.
I'm
the son of a coach, so it's sensitive.
So it's tough for you. Yeah, it's like Steiny and referees.
I used to hear people in the stands yelling at my dad with his play calling. And I just feel like in our society today, we want to blame somebody. We always have to blame somebody. Like, why can't just things be how they are?
Right.
We got to blame Shanahan. We have one of the best coaches in the NFL.
I do like
people want to fire Shanahan.
We
have one of the best coaches in the NBA, and people want to fire Kerr.
Who's
better than those two guys?
Well, they wanted to fire Kerr.
Find me somebody better than those two coaches.
I got nothing there. And I have nothing on firing Shanahan. But boy, I got critiques on Shanahan left and right. Look, Shanahan's a damn good coach. Oh, I don't even want to think about the Super Bowl. I watched the sounds of the game. One sideline felt like they were winning it, and one sideline felt like they were just surviving. It was actually, the sounds of the game made the Niners look embarrassing in that big game. And Shanahan has a lot, I don't want to get started. Let's go.